Brazil not definitely into the last 16. Serbia will be if they were to beat Switzerland later off in Kaliningrad. And we've got our breath back. Well, it takes all sorts, and you have to win a match any way you can, Patrice, and that's what Brazil have done.
No, exactly. I think what a moment for Brazil. That goal is really, really important for the confidence. And they need that 3-point, a late goal like that. Well done, Brazil, because I was going to say, like, I didn't have the feeling like Brazil started the World Cup. And after that goal, you can see they start to create two good chances. So I'm really happy for them. They deserve to win. 6th injury time, well deserved, because the Costa Rica player was starting to cheat, staying on the floor. So I'm really happy for Brazil.
I was about to roll out all the stats, Martin. 1978, the last time they didn't win the first two group games, but suddenly, which is the joy of football, it all changes in the blink of an eye.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. This, particularly the second half. It's really brilliant, considering there were some unusual occurrences during the course of the game. Number one, there were two referees, Kuipers and Neymar. It really terrific, you know. And I just thought that it's Brazil. So you have to get excited by it. It was a stodgy first half, you know, they were disjointed for them. Then they come into it. You could talk about Costa Rica defending brilliantly, but it was just excellent, really excellent. And Neymar, the talk of the town.
And now you played for a club who are famous for scoring late goals. It's easier said than done, though, isn't it, to keep that sense of belief that you will get the goal, that you'll at least get another opportunity to get a goal.
Well, what all the great teams have is perseverance. You have to keep going. And I just felt watching the game, it was coming. No, and for all their brilliant players, a ball into the box, and Coutinho doing, all really good players. The timing, great knockdown. The manager done well with the substitutions, and disaster for Costa Rica. My heart really goes out to them, but top-level sport, you keep getting the ball in there, you get your rewards, and it was I really loved the second half.
Yep, Coutinho with the second goal for him. Again, a little bit overshadowed by Neymar. We talked a lot about Messi and him overshadowing his teammates. But Coutinho is as important as Neymar just at the moment, surely.
At the moment, Brazil. Absolutely. This is his second goal in the competition. I know it's come very, very late, but it's a very important goal, as Patrice said, and just gives them that extra confidence again. And he'll, as you mentioned earlier, a wee bit overshadowed by Neymar. He feels as if he's the man. Continues doing the job for them.
Yep, but Neymar gets his goal at the end, again, which changes the whole perspective for the World Cup for him, Patrice, doesn't it? Because he's off the mark.
No, exactly, but what I like with Neymar today, he didn't force the play. You know he's not in good shape, you know, he's only his second game, like Roy say, but actually he created the space for a player like Coutinho. So that's why I'm like, about leadership. I'm really happy with the Neymar today, and he was frustrated not getting a goal. He was talking with the referee all the game. He was looking for a penalty. He didn't get that penalty. So after the game, I don't know why he was crying. I hope he didn't lose anyone. But maybe because all that tension, all that pressure.
It's relief, surely, isn't it?
That relief. I think it's a relief, because Brazilian players are really emotional. So I think it's relief. But you can see I'm really pleased with Neymar today, because it's not easy for him.
Yeah, he had a very mixed day, as Martin has referred to. So in the first half, he was getting a little bit of a clobbering, particularly when he was playing a little bit more centrally. Then he's tactically savvy enough, Martin, to move around the field. And then, as you say, he starts to referee the game. And this is at half-time. He's having a
this
go
is
at
the moment. This is what he's saying to Kuipers. Do you know who's refereeing this game? It's me. Just don't forget that. And then Kuipers has decided that, do you know what? I'm going to referee the... So just keep quiet. Yeah, keep quiet. Wrap up.
And that's great. Then he gets booked.
Yeah,
Refs are intimidated by the big stars, aren't they? And look, don't touch me. Do not touch me. And then the penalty, which you have to say, this is why, when it works well, Martin, VAR should be a force for good.
I totally agree with you, Mark. Absolutely. On first thoughts, I was thinking the same as the referee. I thought it was a penalty. Roy, funnily enough, claimed it correctly that it wasn't. But there he is praying, obviously praying, delighted for the result, delighted for his goal, and still sick that he didn't get that penalty.
Yeah.
We're
good on the referee.
We're quick to criticise referees, but he was everything you'd want in a referee to be. Very strong, took no nonsense, particularly from Neymar, and the referee was outstanding.
He was.
And also, you know, the referee has to swallow some pride there and go, I am wrong. I thought initially it was a penalty. I'm prepared to accept that I've got it wrong when I go to the side of the pitch.
Again, that's the strong referee, and that's where he was very brave. And you've got to hold your hand up sometimes when you make a mistake, and the referee got it wrong. I felt it wasn't a penalty at the time, and we look back, and obviously very brave, and ultimately he's made the right decision.
No, the referee have a great game for me. He was showing, I am the man, I am in charge here. And, you know, he tests the VR, so Viva the VR again, making the decision right. But the referee have a great game today. It wasn't easy for him.
No, it wasn't easy. And as I say, some are intimidated by the big names. Martin, are they? That is the reality, particularly if you are a referee from a smaller country and you're dealing with the very biggest names in the game. You know, you're only human beings. Some of them are a little bit put off by it.
Well, of course they are. We see it every week in the Premier League, to be perfectly honest, you know. That'll not go down too well, but I think that when he's gone over to VAR, he's realised, listen, it was a mistake, but actually deep down, he must have been delighted in the way back. He's going to be telling Neymar, it's not a penalty. He is.
What I found towards the end of my career was a bit late. You know, I used to give referees a hard time, but I also...
At the end of your career? At the end of your career? That is about 15 minutes. 15 minutes into it.
The penny drop for me, but then you soon realise that the more you give referees hassle, any 50-50 decisions, they will go against you.
Yes.
But I found that out too late.
Because in the end, it's human nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm actually irritated by you now.
It's simply untrue, especially at Old Trafford, when you get 15 men around the referee. He's going to bottle it.
Well, let's have a look at Chite's celebration after Coutinho scored in the first minute of stoppage time. And this is what it means. Oh, he got a shove in the back there from Edison. No wonder he's gone down so easily.
That was Chite telling Neymar, you can tick the team top again if you want.
He's limping.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. Surely they'll get better, though. We just have to assume they were. Neymar, another game in, another closer to regaining a bit of snap.
Well, we saw the best of Brazil then. I know it was in the last 5 or 6 minutes of injury time. You know, we're experienced ex-players, but it's a joy to watch them when they're playing. And they'd go into the next game with all that confidence.
You would expect them to pick up now.
Really no, exactly. Come on, Brazil now. And I know it's not easy, you know, playing a World Cup game. So we have to give also credit for Costa Rica. But at the end, Brazil score and win the game. So well done, Brazil.
Yep, Costa Rica pushed them all the way, but Brazil get over the line. And after the break, we'll hear a bit more England.